So just, I want to explain to you how to lay out the practical. Thank you to those who've submitted it. The rest of you, you need to get it in to me, right? The practical completed for Thursday or detention after school Friday, right? I'll put that in Google Classroom. So the practical, first of all, and thank you to those who've done it. Now, I might be changing slightly what I've done. So you want an introduction. And I'm just taking basically parts from various parts of the specification here. So this is, let's call that 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So what we're going to structure. So these are the parts that you want to meet to get the most marks. So the first part of the introduction needs to be extensive awareness, the design implications. Now, I have to admit, I had to look up what they meant by implications, right? This is the sort of unspoken aspects of what they want. So what I'm taking that to mean is that, it's basically what they, the desire to meet 75% of their energy requirements from renewable resources, right? So that's the obvious explicit design, right? That's what they want from renewable. Okay, so obviously you're going to have to find that at the end. But I think the implicit things are the business case, right? So in terms of, they're going to not be willing to spend. They didn't give you a budget, but you need to really, part of the implications is the cost it's going to be, right? So this is part of what you're exploring. And also perhaps, how, as a selling point for the restaurant, to say that they're sustainable or whatever, like it would draw in, all the hippies. So that is what I would suggest. You talk about the design implications around those kind of lines. And the second thing you need is to give a rationale, right? Now, they say strong rationale. That really is a fancy way of saying a good, very good reason. Okay, so you've supported by extensive research. So here I would say your rationale is your reason, right, for doing the experiment. Right, for choosing that particular experiment, not the reason that your teacher told you. So if you remember, we are doing investigate the energy output of a photovoltaic solar panel with differing solar radiation levels. So just so you know, that's, I'm going to pull that down here so we can talk about it. So that's what we're doing. And you want to talk about why you're doing that. So the why, right? And what I have here is, so you are going to demonstrate, right? Demo that solar PV is feasible. I keep going PV, it's PV, is feasible, right? Or, i.e. produces enough electricity. Okay. You're going to demonstrate that it can meet, and so can meet customers, so can meet customer needs, right? And what you want to find out and what you're going to do with your results, right? What you will do with results. Okay, and you say you don't necessarily write that, but I want you to just think about that. What you will do with your results is they will allow you, this experiment will allow you to calculate the number or the area and type of PV panels based on efficiency and angle to set them. You might not do that, but might as well put it in there. Okay, and anything else you think about. So that's your rationale. You give a reason that you're doing this investigation. Now, next thing is, supported by extensive research. Yeah, refer to your desktop research. Just refer to it as found out in desktop research, right? Link it in to that just to show this part here, I think. All right. Okay, so the teacher can happily take that off when she's marking it. Right, next thing, 3. So that's, this is, where are we at? 1, 2, right? And 3. I think 3, actually, I must have explained that already. So actually 3 is happily, now this is from another one. So we've given aim, let's get rid of that. We've kind of got the aim. Well, would you give an aim? Yes, I suppose aim. So now you're going to sort of just describe your practical, right? And your design. So what you're trying to find out is the relationship between area and light, solar panel area and power output, or right, at a fixed insulation level or fixed level of light. Okay, and then you are going to, so your design then, so I think you've got your, I think I must have done this before, you list your variables, your apparatus with label diagram. Okay, and so on. Your risk assessment, now you can take that or from the last video. This is actually from a practical a few years ago. So please do not copy this word for word you're using solar panels. Right, you need your risk assessment, your methodology, which is just your what you're doing, your steps. And the gentleman who's done it already, I saw you did that correct. Your table of results, right? You need repeats. Okay, even if you have to make them up, please put them in. Headings and units, comprehensive and accurate calculations. I'll come down to that. So detailed and comprehensive design, right? That's really your aim, your variables, your apparatus, your risk assessment, your methodology. Comprehensive and accurate calculations, we're going to come, that might actually be in discussion and recommendations. So I'm going to actually take it out of here. That's not going to be 4. Now down to, where is 4? Missed some bits. Okay. Stick these in here. So this is from AO3, I think. Okay, so let's call this 4. Right, obtain a set, right, obviously you've done that, or kind of done it. A complete set of accurate measurements using high-level technical skills. Right, now, complete set is repeats. Right, headings, units, and all that. Record data in a range, right, number 5, record data in a range of different formats. So this is tables, right, your table of results, and your graphs. Now, I would suggest you do maybe 2 different graphs, right? Some of you I saw have done area versus power, which is perfect, love it. I would also maybe put your current and voltage as 2 separate tables. It's not going to take you that much, or 2 separate graphs, something like that. And then explain, right? Give it, just explain what the graph shows, right? Meaningful interpretation and analysis, right? What do graphs and results show? Okay, so a little conclusion. Even if it's stating the bleeding obvious, that's okay, all right? And then risk assessment, that's number 6. Right, make sure that's decent and present. And I think that's get that done. Okay. For Friday, for Thursday.